Hey there, Commanders. Welcome to another exciting Steel Division 2 10 on 10. I'm your host, Too Old for Gaming. Today we're playing on the new map, Dulka Pass. I'm going to be working to break them on the left-hand flank of the map. It's kind of mirrored in this map. If you look around, similar setup on both sides. This area in the middle is different. So as the 25th Panzergrenadier, I've got MP44 teams. I brought them in the Horch 108s. They can go 90 kilometers an hour. I think this is very important you get to the front line as fast as possible. I don't have the flamethrower individual squads that go on motorcycles, but a sauce troop move pretty fast. So we got a Jeep 50 caliber rush coming in towards us, but they don't have any armor. We got a bunch of assault guns, and so we were able to wipe them out quickly. That was a big help for us. So I'm moving everything forward as quickly as possible to get good sight lines. And so, tips for winning on here, you obviously are going to have to do a lot of close quarter combat type of work. I think I've played this 5-6 times now, so I'm starting to figure out the best strategies for winning. Absolutely, bazookas or Panzerschrecks are a must. You're going to use those for AT a lot. Light AT works really well in this. I've just played one before this where I was using the Pack 36s, and they did exceptionally well because you're at close range. I've got Monty down here in the valley working with one dude to try to push forward. They're taking the brunt of the artillery and fire from the enemy. I've got an M4 105. This is actually really cool. So I'm gonna move the SPW 231 out of view. He has no recon cars here who can see him. He saw him for a second. I was gonna put him on a return fire, but I was too late. So glider rifles, these guys are so good on this map with the bazooka. So it's glitching a little bit. It's doing the hold fire firing thing. I haven't seen that bug in a long time, but that's okay. He's falling away instead of assaulting me. And the M4 is trying to track him down. And so I'm like, okay, he's going to die instantly if he gets a shot on target. I'm going to try to run around the back. And from what I've heard, this is what, kind of what Shermans did in real life, trying to flank. So I'm trying to get on his back end. And during that time, it was enough to distract him so that the Stug 3 that was still trying to get to the front line was able to get in. The M2 Airborne 50 cals pushing down the heads of our sauce troop, but 231 going to be able to take care of him. So this is a huge win. Getting past this dividing line here is really, really big. And you just got to keep pushing as quickly as possible. So I've got Pioneers moving forward. I make sure any deck has got, Molotovs or flamethrowers or grenade bundles initially, and then bazookas and Panzerschrecks. For sure. Also, AA, I would say that close air support fighters are very good on this map. It's hard to get great sight lines from your anti-aircraft that aren't at risk of taking fire from anti-tank from the hills. So because they can get in and get out so fast, I'm finding that like ME 410s 210s are really, really doing well on this map. So glider rifles getting surrounded here, getting really good support from Monty helping me out. If you guys can get on the Discord servers with us, it's just been a blast. And it just makes this game so much more fun if you can communicate and coordinate attacks with friends. So we've got a Tempest who came in here, did a bombing run. Looks like he hit the front line here or there. One dude, Stug 3G, is trying to get a flanking shot on that Sherman. You can try to keep an eye on your right-hand side of your screen for a second. See if he gets that off. I'm just want to show you on the left, too, what we're doing here. So I'm using the heavy wooded cover to move an MP44 team forward in behind the enemy's position. Not sure if he got him. I didn't see it, but I don't see the tank anymore. We do come across the glider rifles team, and they're triple vetted. We're a single vet squad. We took one casualty so far, and we've cut them in half. And so these guys with the MP44s are solid now. Eugen, I don't know why this thing's bugging again. Again, I haven't seen it bug like that in a long time, so maybe it's just this division. So I did bring in the flak Verling 20mm. I would find that the because of the sight lines and stuff, I think the non-vehicle mounted AA is probably better for this map. I've tried bringing in the ones that are mounted on flatbeds, and they're easy to pick off. SPW-231 is destroyed. More Pioneers moving to the front line. I'm about to run out of infantry to bring in here in Phase A. But so far, airborne engineers are really, really hard to beat. So they're probably the ones I'm the most afraid of. Trying to keep these Panzergrenadiers alive. And our sauce troop moved into this village in the back. More airborne engineers. They only take a little bit of suppression from our Molotov. We're going to lose to them for sure. They're so solid. We did find his rifles leader, and we lost that squad, by the way. So we'll be able to knock him out. Grenade bundle went off. He's dead. So these guys got pinned by one of their satchel charges. But we're almost on the flag. It's a 13-11. We are losing on the other side. So I've got regular Panzergrenadiers, a platoon that'll be moving forward. There's a Pioneer here holding this side so in case he tries to push through. And then I'm keeping my Stug 3G back so that we don't get hit by a bazooka, because obviously he's got tons of bazookas available to him. Demo team's very solid too. 10 M1 carbines and 2 grease guns really can rip up a squad. So our sauce troop's still alive. It's down to 1 man fighting these glider rifles with the M1 carbines. I don't know what the differences are on the data tables for them between the MP44 and M1 carbine. They feel similar to me. If anybody knows if there's a big difference, let me know. Panzergrenadier is killed off, unfortunately. I did swap out one of my Martyr cards for a second set of Panzergrenadiers just to play this map. Again, like, I would bring in 2 cards of infantry AT for this map. The meat grinder comes in. The M16 so good at killing infantry. He's going to wipe these guys. He took this one out. There's only 4 men left here. And that means I need to get this Stug 3G up to kill him off, or he's just going to wipe everything I've got. Pioneers almost pinned down. We're spotting his engineers, and now he's getting aggressive with the M16. I'm probably going to lose my Pioneer leader here. And so you got these weird sight range differences, so I can't get my grenade bundle off here. Panzergren's not a great match for airborne engineers in the forest, but that's all I really have left until Monty Sturm Pioneers come in. The Stug 3G can spot them, though. I've got a DO215 B4. I say it all the time. Air recon's amazing. Bringing your air recon to figure out where the enemy is. And we've captured that flag, so that's putting us back to even points. And here comes the gliders. And he's got these guys all triple vetted. I did spot the Jeep commander back here at the DO215. So he is a major target for me to take down his veterancy. And which squad is he? I mean, he picked... Airborne's amazing. 101st is really good for this map. Probably, I mean, definitely better than me. I don't think I would normally pick 20... I'm sorry, I think I said 26. This is a 25th Panzergrenadier. I wouldn't normally pick them for this, but I thought I was going to be more in this area. The way I have it set up, though, it really works out. ME410A1 coming in to blow up the Jeep commander. He does. So he went from 3 stars down to 1. Again, these 410s just, they're really fast. You can keep them alive in here. And I did move a Panzergrenadier team in here, and I'm trying to cut around with the M4A1s, and my opponent decides to quit after we took out his commander. So we're now into Phase B, just launched. And things are going to be quite a bit easier for me to clear out now because I'll be fighting AI instead of a person. Stern Pioneers here, single vet, should be able to, I think, still win out, but he's out of range. Monty is microing really well, though. Over here in the town, one dude, again, taking the brunt of the hits, but continuing to push forward here. And, you know, this was their flag, so they've done a really good job. There's actually another player down here. I don't know this guy who's helping out, but he's providing some good information. M4A1 is destroyed by our Stug 3G. He had bounced on the front. Unfortunately, we lost a Panzerschreck. I'm just, you know, I'd been wiped out in here. All my infantry, it's been pretty gritty. And I don't want to move him up because he's protecting my equipment back here. I don't know if another player is going to rush a bunch of equipment in, so I'm being a little conservative, but we've got these Mos Nagant teams. I thought that, oh yeah, SVT-40s. I thought they were all SVT-40s. I guess they've... I thought they used to have 9. Maybe I'm wrong. So I'm ground firing the ME-410 again. These are the 50 kilogram bombs. You can see the line moving. I might have hit him. You get 8 of them. I know that... I don't know if they've changed the blast or damage on those. I haven't looked at the spec sheet in a while, but they seem to work well, maybe a little bit better than they used to. Let's see what's happening in the rest of the game. So we're holding on here, and I've got another map where I played in here with NOV that was really fun. I'll probably post that one at some point. We got a single Panzergrenadier. What is going on here? They could absolutely destroy us over here, this whole side. That's nuts. Okay, and then we got some deployment in there. So literally, like, the entire match is happening over here. I didn't realize that when I was playing. We just shot down an SU-2 with the Flak Verling. Our Panzergrens did get knocked out by the overwhelming M1 Carbine and M1 Grandfire. These are big squad, 10-man leader squad, so it's a big squad, and I've got MG-26 teams now. They're dual machine gun teams and Stern Pioneers in B. No, people typically like to bring their Stern Pioneers in A, but I like to have more of them in 10 versus 10 for attrition reasons. And I'll switch up my playstyle from being really aggressive and pushing forward to pushing in B or C. It just kind of depends on how the match is going. But right now, I just have the sense that he doesn't have a lot here, and I'm taking a risk. Maybe not the most calculated, but we're not encountering anything. So I want to cut off the resupply road here so that they have to be down here. And if I can do that and we clear this out, we can get fire down in the valley and everything they have and clear this side out. So the policemen over here are dueling it out with some glider rifles. They're losing for the moment, but we're going to move in relatively quickly to take them down. Enemy's artillery's right here, so looking forward to knocking that out. I think they reduced the price of these DO2 15B4s. I thought they were 40 before. They're only 35 now, and they have very good resilience in their 400 kilometers an hour. I think that's a pretty good deal. Tempest trying to take me down, but again, very good resilience. Mosquito gets some fire on him too, but not able to knock him out of the sky. I pull him out after that. He is quite wounded. I don't think we're going over any anti-aircraft for the moment, though. Nope, we lost him to AA fire, so unfortunately, you get 4, though, if you unvet them. I don't really feel like there's a reason to vet your aerial reconnaissance. Got the a Firefly in here. And a good spot to cut off their resupply. He's seeing the truck right now. Let's see if we can get that shot off in time. No. We did just kill a glider rifle, so we are clearing this area out. And our Stug 3G made it all the way to the end, but there's too much enemy over here. So we haven't shut down that sector yet, but you can see my vehicles moving in to do that. Once we shut that down, we'll focus on clearing this out and then setting up our AT guns and machine guns and stuff. So I'm bringing the ME-410A1s back in. Again, 570 kilometers an hour with medium resilience is great for this map. The 850 kilogram bombs, they got a 3900 blast. So these Kazaki PPSH teams are huge. They're going to destroy me here. And they have shock too, so we're going to remedy that with some 50 kilogram bombs, and then we can knock these guys out. He would have wiped all of these with those two squads. ME-410 flying over into aircraft fire right here. I don't know if he's going to make it out. Hey, he's still looking okay. He's taking a ton of fire, though. Oh, my gosh. Holy cow. I think he made it out. Wow. So, again, those heavy fighter bombers are great. We find another squad here. He's almost fully suppressed. And I had these guys... I don't know why. This one's on a hunt, but he didn't see him. All right, so I saw the artillery down here. We're going to move these SPW-231s into intercept. He's got a huge hill here. Hopefully we don't hit hill pression. That looks like artillery. And then we have Katusha here. Such a steep hill. Alignment bugging. They got armor on here too. East amount on the side. So we kill this one off. I want to try to get the Katusha before he fires his rockets at the team. So the Katusha is wiped. But we are encountering a Sherman 3 who's dual vetted, so he sniped us on the first shot. Is he going to do it on the second one? He gets the second one, and these guys won't auto-fire at this. I didn't want to stop them to fire. I figured they'd die. I wanted to try to get them into cover here to ambush again. I have that Panzergrenadier here because these guys can't see anything in case infantry comes up from this area. So SPW getting behind the Kazakis. Big, was that 381s going down here? And Kangaroo rifle's still so good, but not against 20 millimeter. So I'm starting to get the MG-26 teams into position. Unfortunately, we lost that SPW. I'm continuing to move the Flak Verling. Always move your AA forward. I mean, they've had the opportunity right now, if I was playing against different players, to bring in air recon and, you know, like Hellcats or something, they could knock all this out. So enemy must be getting a little worried because they're reinforcing here with a lot of tanks. And my Pack 40's walking. He's going to take forever. I've got SPW-2 3-3s, which might do a little bit better against this armor here, but still not really meant for it. I want to just... If I can knock out the Polston and the Katusha, I'll be really happy. Spitfire coming in. Gets his bombs off on my MG-26. I wanted to clear this area out here to allow their advance. Kangaroos in here. And I got Stern Pioneers trying to get into position. Stern Pioneers get wiped on their way there. Probably should have microed that. And the Panzergrenadier... So he's taking out two squads. He wipes two squads, and now he got 3 squads with a single Kangaroo rifles. I mean, those, again, I know he was suppressed, but those things are really, really good right now. We're at a 14-10. Let's check out the rest of the map. I will be getting these guys through here at some point, but see what's happening. Still nothing in here. I mean, if they could even air recon over here to see that there's nothing, not even anti-aircraft guns. And it's kind of just static over here, so still... Like, I played up here before. It's kind of hard to get in here, but there's nothing defending. You got half a squad and a Yag Panther. Alright, so my SPWs are doing their thing. One just got knocked out. One to try and take out the pulse, and you can see it was red. And I'm bringing in the 220 French capture, which comes with a radio, so should do quite well because we've got our pioneer leader here with a radio. Panther should have no problem knocking all that stuff out. We've got the... I don't know if the kangaroos are still in here. It doesn't look like it. So I'm moving in another Stug. What I'd ideally like to do is get an armored platoon together to just cut right through and knock everything out. Now that's a would be a difficult task. We'll see what we can do here. Sapri coming in. And I've got these guys, they all got the high ground. I don't have MG34s or 42s, that'd be even better. I have some squads coming in with them, but initially just to clear the forest, I wanted these MG26 teams. So all these Sapri just getting caught out here. My ME410s are ready, but we got the pulse and we need to take, so my 220s are aiming at him. Duke 3 firing at infantry right now. We've got Cromwells and Shermans. Oh, wow. More, was that 381 here. Typhoon's coming in to nail my armor. Manages to take out the Kerbal MG and the Stug 3. SPW 233 still alive, but retreating. Black Verling not having a great sightline, you see? It's very difficult. You can see the terrain when you zoom in. You don't realize it when you're looking at it from above. But these roads, you can't get good sight lines on AT guns and anti-aircraft guns. It's very difficult for anything to see. All right, so 220s just keeping these guys pinned. Our MG26 teams are pinned down from the air bombardment. I have brought in a spot troop, and he comes in with the 247B recon car with the MG34, so a little bit of help if some infantry comes in. Need this Panther to start wiping these guys out. It looks like he's concentrating on the Churchill force. Mosquito trying to make a run, I think, right here, based on the trajectory, or here. Gets pushed off. Tempest loses track of his target. Flak Verling, though, he flies right over top. And he gets pushed off. My Panzergrunds up here spot a truck, but are unable to get their heat shell off. I did drop a help beacon because my infantry were wiped. If I can get the team to help me put some more infantry up here, maybe put their own AT guns and stuff, it's going to be more successful. We just need to hold here. And we can push them from the left. At least that's my idea. And here in the mid, we've lost it. We're still up because we're taking everything on the left. It looks like Romanians and some Soviets or Lithuanians. My Pack 40 is almost into position to take out his armor. And my regular Panzergrenadiers with, I think those are MG42s, are now coming into position. Yeah, they have the dual MG42s, which will definitely do better against any trucks and infantry out in the open. And remember, we've got enemy trying to march this way to reopen this corridor. I've moved my equipment back because there are bazooka teams. Want to keep them out of that 250 meter range. Pack 40 getting pinned down by the 50 cal and 30 cal fire from the Sherman here. So not able to knock him out. I am dropping 220s in this area. I want to say that the Sapri were in there. But because we've gone so far into enemy territory, it just takes forever to get anything to the front line. So, gonna bring back in the aerial reconnaissance. I think at this point, if you're on the red team, it might be worth just deploying over here and putting defenses up and pushing in a different sector. We've got a ton of infantry. This was sparse before. This is still empty. Not really a whole lot here defending, so... Reconnaissance. Use it to your advantage. Polston's still alive. My 220's trying to hit him. There's also 17-pounders out here. We're trying to hit. Pack 40 is spotted. A second Pack 40. These Shermans are just really getting on target fast with my Pack 40s. Where we're not getting a chance to get our rounds off. Panther, though, should knock him out. Saves him. This one's unsuppressed again, and here's the enemy. I don't know if that's open on their end. If they came through, they would die, but that's why I moved everything over to the left. Got my recon up here, spotting all his stuff. Our 220s did not kill the Polston, but forced him back. And a lot of armor out here for a foresty sort of mountain map. I mean, look at all this stuff. Doesn't seem like a lot to defend against this. So these guys got forced out in the open, I think, by the blast. I hate when that happens. And they are dead. We just destroyed a Ford truck coming in. Hopefully we've killed off that Polston. And so Monty's infantry in here. Again, I asked for some help. I think with all the stuff we have here now, I don't think anything's going to be a risk anymore. I'm trying to hit the Sherman with our Panzergrenadiers, but again, the sight lines are crazy on this map. And we got him. And so Sapri, we should easily be able to kill off here. And it looks like we're being held off of this flag by Kangaroo Rifles team. My Pack 40s walked back into position, and now we're attacking the Cromwell 5, who is wisely retreating, but his loader is killed. 220s moving onto 17-pounder. I have a second one in here. Take a look at the stats. We do 9,600 blast, 500 suppression, and 11 damage. I mean, that thing is a big explosion. So this guy's down to 7 men, 6 men. I think it was a 15-man squad. I think he got hit once. See what happens when it goes off again. Here it comes. Is that it? All right, so he's fully pinned. They should wipe him out. More kangaroos coming in. Panzergren's getting spotted out here, but I'm going to spread everyone out. And I've got my Pack 40 here. We'll eventually try to move him up into a better spot. 1410. And there's a 17-pounder right here, so I'm shelling him as well. Enemy anti-aircraft all along the mid here. I'm going to redirect, but I don't think it'll last very long that I'm on his AA. I think I have to change targets again. IL-2 M3 trying to hit somebody back here. I'm not sure who. He gets pushed away. All my Panzergren's getting fully suppressed by these kangaroos. SPW 233 shows up at the exact wrong time. And Monty had just dismounted his Pack 40s. They didn't get injured. They just got suppressed, but kind of hurting us right now with all the machine gun fire. It could be... It's probably just me, but I feel like machine gun suppression's gotten better since the patch. That could be just... Could be me. If you guys have noticed that too, let me know. Yak 9T is destroyed, I think, by the verbal end, or the 7/1. There's one man left on the 17-pounder I was hitting for a second. He is killed. I'm just very... I'm shocked that they're trying to get up here. Because they're running into a brick wall. I noticed we have 1 million trucks coming forward, so I put both the 220s over here. And I, you know, in voice chat, I let them know, and I dropped a beacon. I don't want them to run into the 220s. I'm going to drop those there, and I'm going to walk them back a little bit, and we're just going to absolutely destroy all these poor men on the ground, and they're Estonians. I think I said Lithuanians earlier. Tempest. Pushed off by the Flak Bearling. In the verbal bend. We shoot him down. Somebody shot him down. Alright, so 220s. And now the rockets. And these guys can get angle, by the way. I mean, it's a pretty steep hill, but they can get angle down there in the valley on stuff. So just to recap for you guys, at the beginning you want to try to get forward as quickly as possible into position. Sightlines are very, very hard. CQB and medium range infantry are huge. Fighter bombers, I would prefer the because these guys, again, they can get sniped from over here, and I'm sure they lost a few. So I like the infantry, anti-aircraft guns. Getting into position quickly is really important on this to get that advantage on the top of the hill, and then doing your normal thing of setting up your AT guns and machine guns and stuff up here. I think, you know, flanking maneuvers on this map work really, really well. And especially if you can coordinate with somebody on your infantry and tank movements. You know, if the guys I was playing with, if one dude or Monty needed some support, they would just tell me in voice chat, and I could deploy some units. It's definitely easier than trying to drop a bunch of beacons and stuff, and people tend to respond to it more. Katusha getting spotted back there, and more T-34s, but easily going to get wiped out. We got Kazaki PPSH teams in here. One dude has Flame Panzer left. He had a bunch that got knocked out, but they're not going to get this ground back. And there's 6 minutes on the tick timer. We had the similar type of rush over here from a different player. So I've redirected my 220s, and if you look down here, I've got 3 ME410s now. And again, there's AA going off. We're getting suppressed, but we dropped these bombs pretty far out. So we're able to get all these bombs off. So now my 220s are going to fall on this. There's no chance for these guys to move forward. Actually, it was the same guy. So don't use that tactic. If you're going to do something like that, you need to use a lot of smoke so that we can't see your trucks coming in, and get a line and then try to walk them in. Because if we see you, we're just going to take you out like this right here. That's such a target. I'm surprised nobody's hit that yet. I'm sure it will be hit soon. As soon as somebody notices it. They managed to get a squad in here. I've moved in some Stoogs. They were rocking us over here. I had 3. They knocked out 1. Second one gets knocked out by more Katyusha fire, but I've got a third one in here. Trying to get him down in the valley. We got fireflies heading in. But I want to use this guy to ambush down here. Pack 40s are up here, still firing away, and I think those got to be the 381s again. They dropped a ton of off-map on here. But off-map will not win your battles. It'll give you more points on the board, but you're not going to win the match. Most of the time. You can see more Panzergrenadier teams coming up here because it's good ambush. I've got the MG42s coming down here. So they're not going to make it back through in this sector. I'm going to start diverting more attention over here. I want to capture this flag back. Mid, again, that the Allies never... There's not even any wrecks down here. They didn't even try to come through. And this was empty for most of the match. Now they've got infantry in here, but they had a free reign to take this. And then this is just stalemated, but we even pushed through over here on the top right. Jaeger team's awesome for forest with the MP40s and G43s. We got a wall of ZB53s here. And you notice the front line. I'm just going to blow up these buildings. I'm assuming he's got infantry in here. I don't know if he does. It could be over here. But I thought it'd be good if I'm rushing in a platoon to just hit this area first. I've got a call in for infantry, so I got 4 squads of MG26 teams moving forward because we're going to probably have to battle in these light woods or in these heavy woods. And hey, that's pushing the Maxim back from our 220 fire. I didn't know it was there. We're going to try to get up and cap that before the last 3 minutes on the tick timer here. Enemy, again, not able to do anything up here. Just walking forward as ZB-53s. T-34-85 is knocked out. I brought the DO-215B4 back in just to see what's here. And there's a ton of anti-aircraft guns, but again, the sight lines get messed up on here. He's running into like 5 anti-aircraft guns, and right now he's still alive. I don't know if he makes it out. That's pretty good to be able to take all that fire and get back in. So get those DOs. I brought in a Nebelor for 300 just to use it at the very end. I had a bunch of extra points. So we're going to try and take out some of this AA. But the King Tigers, the King Tiger and Tiger have taken the flag before my infantry have been able to come in. And right here, like, this is all cut off. So I'm not worried about those trucks. 2 minutes to go. There's that 381 off map that hit us up here. And the DO-215 just seeing what's here on the front line. And it looks like mostly AA, and there's some infantry walking in. Tehran's stuck way in the back. My Panzergrenadiers are now in position. I was going to try to hook them up here. We did lose that fighter. Excuse me, that observer, unfortunately. But again, it's like 35 points, so I wasn't too worried about it. T-34 is knocked out. I don't know by who. Probably this Pack 40 right here. Flame Panzer's dueling it out with the Oznaz, but unfortunately those bazookas able to outrange his flames. And now the big push with the Raiders going up the hill. I've called in ME-410s to take things out here in the back. I see a Katyusha in the last minute here. See if we can take him out. And he is knocked out. I had brought an IG-33 again. You know, an IG-33 up here would be amazing too. You can get, in certain spots, you could get a Guerrilla up here, but there's not a lot of areas where it works. So anything that's just, you know, infantry focused works so well on this map due to it being mountainous terrain. ME-410 came over here to drop some bombs. I think We hit somebody, but sorry, we missed it. Did the Nebelwerfer go off? Yes, it did. So it already went off right here. Will he make it out in the last 10 seconds? I think so. He's smoking, though. Yep, he made it out. And that is the match. We have won 17 of 24 objectives after 40 minutes and 34 seconds. Let's take a look at the team stats here. So that's me. I got 2040 to 1440. Monty's up here, 2550 to 1743. And then one dude doing really well, 2840 to 1105. Let's take a look at my kills here. The MP44 teams, again, taking out the Jeeps, some glider rifles, our Stug 3 taking out the equipment, guarding their flag on the front line. SPW231, he only got that 50 kill. MP44 teams, though, doing all right against these glider rifles, Pioneers, getting a few. Flak Verling takes out the SU2, ME410s taking out Katusha and Kazaki's. Again, the suppression on these really important, especially for some of these squads like the Kazaki's. We also took out their Jeep Commander, too, with the ME410. So, 220s doing really well. Pack 40s doing well. Panzergrenadiers doing well. These guys were all stuck down in the valley because we flanked them and set up our sight lines on that hill. 220s doing well again. So I thought I'd have a bit more kills than this, but overall I'm happy with the performance of the 25th Panzergrenadier on this map. Loss-wise, you had, again, that Airborne's one of the best divisions for this map. Airborne engineers just crush. Airborne demo groups are good too. You can see how many units are taking out here. Glider rifles, again, if you can get them up into the forest near tanks, they can knock things out. 101 is really, really strong. Same with these, as I mentioned before, Kangaroo rifles are super strong right now. And Shermans were able to get sightlines really fast and use their machine guns. I feel like suppression's higher now than it was, but again, it could just be me. Everything else just limited, but overall, a really fun match. I only did 7% of the kills, but we did, I would say that our strategy ended up basically pushing them off. We got a guy to rage quit. Not that I want to have people get too frustrated at the game, but it made it easier for us. So let me know what you would do differently, guys. Put a like, subscribe, let me know in the comments what you do, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.